Welcome back to the campus of Bishop's University in Lennoxville. Coulter Field is the home to the 2015 Baggataway Cup, which will be decided most likely in the next 20 minutes unless we were to go to overtime. That does not seem likely at the moment, as it is 12-5 for the McGill Redmen. And they come up with possession. Bradley Hoffman, nice job. He's got some white shirts all around him. Handles the ball, ducks between, splits the defenders, but then drops the ball, and Western gets it. Michael Byrne comes up with it. Great sequence for Hoffman until the final moments of it.
Yeah, it was an excellent split on the D. He just whiffed on that pass and had it go behind him. He's going to move back now and get back into his defensive role here.
Haber's going to roll the ball over to Ryan Miles. Head off for a change. Jordy Jones-Smith will take his place. Come up with the offensive guys. Miles takes it. Back to Jones-Smith. Western looking pretty calm, pretty not looking like a team that's down 7 goals and needs to score a lot in the next 19 minutes.
Yeah, they're moving the ball around really well, which is good, and they're kind of trying to make the McGill defenders move, but McGill knows that that's what they're trying to do. And
that is a great play to Cody Ward. The pass from Ryan Miles, and what an excellent job on the far side to get that ball across. Some great passing. Sam Neeb involved once again. He's in a strong game, gets the ball over, and then they just move it to the side. They got the initial pass through. Right, initially they get the pass to Ward, and McGill just collapsed on him. He wasn't able to get it, wound up giving it back out. And the second time, he was just left alone as they all flocked to the other defender.
That was a really nice feed pass right out front there to Ward, and the goal. Weishi is a very good goalie, but in that opportunity there, Ward's going to probably clinch it every time.
Yeah, certainly win the majority. Hoffman comes up with the ball off the faceoff, and McGill gets possession. Important for them. Now there's a penalty coming to the Mustangs. Gutman has the ball. There's a shot and a goal. Anders Biela with his 5th of the game.
He's fired up. He's quite excited with that 5th goal of the game and kind of stick it back to Western. He was trying to mount a little bit of comeback with a few goals there, but McGill showing that if you let them have an offensive opportunity, they're not gonna shy away from it.
Yeah, what a day Biela's having. Penalties wiped out. So we'll be at staying at even strength. 13-6 now. McGill with the lead. Coming up to 17 minutes to go. And Bradley Hoffman is having to adjust his helmet. And Michael Byrne is saying, tell him to get in here and take the face off. We need to play. And the officials stop the clock now, which is an entirely reasonable approach to not letting too much time tick off before the face-off. He'll get back underway as the whistle is blown. Hold on McGill. Hoffman called for it, and it's going to be a possession foul. Western will take the ball, and Sam Neeb heading back down to the offensive zone. He's just going to bounce it over and roll it at this point over to Jordy Jones-Smith. Ryan Miles behind the net. Again, Western taking their time. They're isolating Miles. And now the cutter, and they almost got it through to Ward. And it bounces. A few things starting to go Western's way. We're going to have a possession call. And they'll give up the ball. So just as we're thinking that they were getting some breaks, they wind up losing possession. Weishi in behind the net. A little pressure from Tom Masterson. Masterson taking away the return pass to Hoffman. A bit of a pickle. Pressure from Ward. Gets away from him, but Ward's sticking with him. There's the pass through the seam. Oh. And that was just a slip by Sean Fontaine. And Western's got the ball. A little backhanded pass by McCrory. Bit risky, and the ball is loose. Connor Goodwin comes up with it, gets away from him. But a nice job by Spencer Bromley to be there, and he can reach the stick across as a forward. And he does so. So McGill will set up. Coming into the final 15 minutes of this Baggataway Cup final. I'm Stephen Stamp with Sawyer Brock. Hope you're enjoying the game, and you've been enjoying the games all weekend. We've certainly enjoyed bringing them to you. Bromley, watched by McCrory. And Michael Moriyama was almost all the way down into the corner, denying that pass to Jake Gutman, but eventually had to back off a little bit. Now Biella with 5 goals. He's looking for 6. Can't quite get it. He's got the ball back, bounced straight to him. He throws it low. Sason Lawless can't handle it. Gets by the man at the line, and it goes to Cody Ward. So Western's got it back. Ward to McCrory. He thought about ripping it. Nasterson, nice job to get down on his knees to stop that pass and come up with it. And the athletic play to move it over to Jordy Jones-Smith, who gets it back to him. Neeb fakes the shot. That pass is low to Jones-Smith. He doesn't know where it's bounced, but he's knocked over by Sason Lawless, and Western will get possession on the push. Sason Lawless is pointing to the other official. Roger Nurse is going to come over, and they're going to discuss it because it looks like they had conflicting calls. One official calling that it was off of Western and would be McGill possession. The other saying the push. And it will be Western ball on the push.
Lawless definitely, he had the push on the back there for sure.
I mean, the loose ball foul obviously overrides the ball bouncing out off of the Western player. Jones-Smith surveying what's going on in front of him. Sason Lawless staying with him. Neeb coming. Little slip pick. Cuts over the other way, but Jones-Smith cuts to the net, shoots, saved by Weishi. I mean, you never know if that goes in. It's a nice play, but I didn't see a whole lot of a space for him to shoot for. Big hit by McCrory, knocks it loose. Probably a smart play by Hoskins to just take the man there and not the ball because he was not going to be able to pick it up, and because of that, McGill gets it. Nice pass by Reese Burnell, and here comes McGill with some pressure. Shot off the crossbar. Who's going to get it is loose. Ward is the first guy there, but Rakosi all over him. Rakosi just kind of shoves it ahead. Still battling. And Burnell with the big pickup. Oh, a big slash by Austin Haber. We have an offside call against McGill. So Western will take possession. McGill out shooting the Mustangs. It's around a 20-12 total or so right now. Seems pretty much in line with the 13-6 score that we're seeing. As we approach just past 12 and a half minutes here left in the game in the fourth quarter.
It's interesting, too, because in Western's game yesterday against Bishops, I think that they were kind of in McGill's position right now with how many shots they had compared to
There's a shot to go by Cody Ward. His second straight. 13-7. It's not over, and I keep watching Western and thinking they're taking their time, and they're. Part of me wants to say they're taking too much time. You got to have some more urgency, but they're probing and finding the open spots and taking advantage. And back within 6 goals, it is possible. And that's all when you're trailing 8-1 at the half, you go down 10-1. All you can hope for is to make it possible to get back into here. And they're working hard for it. Drinkwater up to take the face-off against Hoffman. Hoffman wins it to himself, but loses possession of the ball, and Neeb comes up with it. It just hopped away from him. And McCrory, little toe drag, goes to the net, loses the ball on the shot. Crease violation by McCrory after the ball popped out. He went into the crease, so McGill gets possession. They had it anyway, but that ball's thrown away. Nice hustle by Bromley to get it. We've seen that several times where Bromley will come back to help out, and he always seems to be available to pick up a ground ball or be an outlet for a pass whenever he's needed. And he's so good at using his quickness to get away from his checkers.
Yeah, he's got really fast feet, and he's got really good kind of field presence. He knows where to be and knows when he's got to be there.
Yeah, field awareness, field presence. Good point. Oh, Sasson Lawless heading to the net, but stripped. Nice job by Moriyama. And he's going to go up and join the offensive rush. Jones Smith gets the ball back from McCrory. Masterson behind the net. Moriyama's heading off now. He was staying there, but he'll head back to play defense now and let Sam Neeb come up and join the offense. So they got 6 short poles. Guys used to handling the ball up there. Moriyama, another great example of the depth that these programs have. I mean, a guy we haven't necessarily noticed a lot, but he's shown, I mean, with that strip, that he can step up big time. Nice play there by Riccozzi to deny McCrory. And then Nix comes up with the ground ball. One hopper over to Sasson Lawless, and that is a really composed clear by McGill with a lot of pressure from Western.
Yeah, it really was. It was that one hot pass just looked like they were almost in practice. It was just Lawless knew that it was coming in and just stayed slow and picked it up.
There's Biella trying to break to the net, switches side, shoots.
Wow.
Scores from the short angle, tucked it back near side. 6 goals for Andres Biella. I'm just looking to see if anybody's got a pair of socks rolled up and ready to toss out on the field. You don't see a lot of sock tricks. We saw one yesterday from Cody Ward for Western. Today, it's Anders Biella.
Yeah, and Biella really picked that side post. Like from our angle up here, Stephen, it really didn't look like he had much of an opportunity there, but he found a hole.
Yeah, and I mean, that's exactly what I was thinking too. Like, it didn't look like he had much space and somehow tucked it between Najjar and the post. Nice clean face-off win there by Byrne, who's back at the X. There's the shot and the save by Weishi, denying Cody Ward.
Easy stick save there for Weishi. Ward put it right into his stick, and he didn't even have to move for it.
McGill trying to clear. You can hear Weishi from up here yelling to Nix that there's someone on him. The long pass is too high for Bromley, who once again was coming back. Bromley lost his mouth guard. He jumped so high. Takes the glove off, grabs it, gets it back in. Without even thinking about what may have been on the field that he that he came into contact with. He just totally slipped by.
Yeah.
By Haber. Bromley left swinging his stick at air. It's a nice little move by Haber, who's going to head off and get the offensive guys out. Maybe Haber will get more of an offensive role moving forward with the Mustangs, because that was a pretty nifty little move.
It was a great move. He just left Bromley in the dust.
Miles reversing directions repeatedly. One-hand whip pass. The shot by Ward. He's got the hat trick. Great shot, and Cody Ward with 3 goals this quarter. 14-8. 7 minutes and 23 seconds to go. It'll be around 7 by the time we get the face-off started. So, it remains possible. Western continues to battle and continues to give themselves a chance.
They continue to battle, but so is McGill, and they're keeping it within this 6-goal stretch right now.
Yeah, we talked about last year. The score was 8-1 at the half, and then Western had a 5-goal fourth quarter. But at the same time, McGill had a 4-goal fourth quarter. They outscored 5-4. It's 14-8. We know it won't be 15-6 like it was last year. But possession hold call, and Western will get the ball. Haber looking to Neeb. Smartly held off and gave it to Jones Smith instead. Now Neeb can get it. He's a little open. Got some space away from Sean Fontaine. Hosking out, keeping an eye on him. Miles takes the pass from Neeb. Trots behind the net. Again, Western very patient. Probably more patient than I'd be able to be. They try and come out. There's the pass. Ward thought he was going to be able to shoot again. Couldn't. But the pass, big save by Weishi as Jones Smith tried to get another one. All kinds of pressure, but that left a line of McGill players open. Fontaine gets it up into the offensive zone, and McGill's got possession. Big pressure from Lewis on the far side. Connor Goodwin with it. Goodwin with the shot. Save. Najjar just got enough of that one.
Goodwin's a scary man to have the ball in the stick too. He's one of McGill's best scorers, and
well, they're all-time leading scorer, so yeah, definitely up there. McGill will start with possession over on the far side. Sassone Lawless to Goodwin, over to the 6th-goal man, Andres Biela. Gives him 9 for the weekend in their 2 games.
Wow.
He's got to get some serious consideration as tournament MVP.
Yeah, that right there. 9 goals in 2 games just shows he really came to this tournament to put on a good performance and play really hard against the top 6 teams here in Canada.
McGill taking their time. Sassone Lawless just waves Burnell away. Wants some space to move. Jones Smith on him. Reverses direction. Pass across. Tuck goal.
Oh.
No, is it? Yes, it is a goal. The officials, nice job looking at each other, nodding. Then Roger Nurse puts the hands up. And that's a nice play by Emil Sassone Lawless. You can see why he's one of the leading assist men in the country.
Yeah, that spin move there just left his defender right in his dust, and beautiful, beautiful cross-crease pass for the quick stick into the net there.
Yeah, I mean, Spencer Bromley, you don't see a lot of those just tap goals in field lacrosse, and that was a beauty. 15-8, 4:08 to play as the faceoff is won by Bradley Hoffman, who passes across to the far side. Smart decision over to Burnell. Thought Hoffman might have a go.
Yeah, it looked like he was, but his defender kept up with him really well, so he knew that he wasn't going to have the best opportunity.
Bromley has the ball again, conducting traffic. Alex Linton out there.
Najjar's now out of his net to help his defenders here, try and make it so nobody's open.
The stall warning is on. Bromley, boy, there's...
Oh, that was a whack at the feet for sure.
There are 6 Western defenders down in this corner of the field, pressuring the McGill players. And McGill's going to get possession as the ball bounced off of a Mustang. Najjar's over picking up Gutman. There's a flag over on the far side. Looks like the CBO, the box official, has called it. We'll let you know what it is once we see the indication. We're getting into the final 3 minutes, in which case the timer will be controlled to go into stop time. And they'll keep it over in the timekeeper's box. We'll be the only ones knowing the time, but we have our sources. We'll let you know how long is left.
Got some connections down there to the timekeepers. Western's going to get a big possession here.
Yeah. Western setting things up. There's a shot by Ryan Miles, ripping that one. Just goes down underhand and flings it past William Weishi. 15-9. Western keeping it, within a touchdown, but that's about all they're able to do at this point because McGill has just been adding goals as they need to keep that lead. And you can see some of the players over on the McGill sideline kind of bouncing around. They're pretty, they're ready to celebrate.
Yes,
they can't wait for this clock to tick down. They've got some work to do yet.
Western's probably a little upset with themselves right now. having really good play in this second half compared to the first half. They really probably wish that they could have done the same thing in the first and kind of keep on par with McGill's scoring.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the second half alone, and it's 8-7 for Western in the second half. But two and a half minutes to play. Gutman in behind the net. Double team pressure, but he gets the pass over. Fontaine reverses directions. Sorry, that's actually Laird that has the ball.
Oh, Najar with a really
drops
nice deflection there.
Yeah. He's got that big stick head out there. 2 minutes to go as Spencer Bromley gets away from Patrick McCrory. Going to get help from Peter Hunt. Nice job by Biella to go down and be available for an outlet. Stall warning is in effect. But that comes down. Biella watched by Hunt. He's got the one-hand cradle going on. He's got to watch out for Haber right behind him, but he gets away from Haber. Haber just didn't kind of seal the line, and McGill takes a timeout. They were starting to feel, and Bromley's looking like he's a little worse for wear, but you know he's going to feel better in just under 2 minutes of playing time when he's able to say that he is a national champion, having won the Baggataway Cup. It'll be McGill's first victory since 2012.
Well, you saw him actually after that one big deke that was put on him and he got left behind. He was favoring his right ankle
That's
afterwards.
True. Yeah, when Austin Haber just nipped by him.
Yeah. This is a big talk for them. They're really trailing here, and if they they'd love to put a couple more on the board, but right now it's more about just probably shutting down the McGill offense so that they can't add any more to their big lead.
McGill's going to obviously just bleed the clock, but you know the Redmen are always going to keep their eyes open for an opportunity to go in and get a shot. But
yeah, they've been hungry for goals all game, and that's not going to stop now just because they're up by 6.
Connor Goodwin will start with the ball. Immediate double team, Hunt and McCrory after him. And of course, Najar is out playing defense. And the stall warning immediately on McGill as play is blown in. Great job by Goodwin to get away.
Najar right now is up way past he's past the center line right now.
He is. They've actually got 7.
Really nice stick
They've got
check
7
there.
players back in their own end. So Najar is up so that they can have that 7th defender back there. Not something you see very often. Works out well for them. A minute to play. Ooh. Shot and a goal by Ryan McCrory. The pass across from Masterson. McCrory buries it. It's 15-9.
Yeah.
15-10. Sorry, the score.
Really nice goal by McCrory there, but it's going to be kind of looking like it's a little late for.
A little too late, but
yeah.
Again, you got to admire the effort and the determination by Western to keep working, but I don't think they're going to feel too good about that after this game.
No, they're not. Oh, but here they come right now.
They've got the ball. Masterson looking for someone to pass to. Nobody open. He does get it across now to Ferris. Miles cutting. He's got a man driving to the net.
Oh.
That was Jordy Jones-Smith. And you saw him 30 seconds to go as the clock is on the field. Ferris just keeps it. Ferris, I'll tell you, Ferris saw Geordie Jones-Smith coming from 30 yards away and was just waiting for him. Flag is up in the air. McGill will be penalized if time allows. The penalty will be applied, a slashing call. Looks like 1 minute. So Paul Werkosy heading to the sideline.
You can see McGill players on the sideline. They're really fired up. They know they've got this win.
They know there's only a few seconds
excited.
left. Jones-Smith shot, Wayshe save. Ball goes out. It's going to be Western possession. Jones-Smith starts it right away. Western trying to get another goal. Miles scores.
Really
What a
nice
play
move there.
by Ryan Miles.
And that's going to be the end of the game. That's a big 15-11 goal, or big 15-11 win here for the McGill Redmen.
Yeah, 15-11. And McGill is very excited. Drew Laird kind of jumped up to be part of the pile, bounced off and spun away to the far side.
Yeah, these guys are excited. Clinch the second championship win for the McGill Redmen, and they worked hard to be here, though.
Yeah, they did. You know, I mean, Western put in a great effort all season, and they're going to be very disappointed. For McGill, it's just jubilation. It's been a few years. You know, a lot of these guys haven't won a championship before, and some of them who were on the 2012 team weren't. You know, we talked about them cycling through, about building the program, guys